Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Ryder of Dinosaurs. In today's video, we are not going to talk about GM truth. Aww. Instead, we're going to address another completely different conspiracy theorist. His name, MultiT0mT0m. As always, before we begin, a big thank you to my Patreons. You people are just amazing. Thank you. Now, let's get started.
On 20th July 1969, man first set foot on the moon. Or so they say.
Who's they? Why are these flirs always saying they this and they that? Name people, name organizations. Some of you do, most of you don't. Who are they? NASA? The government? Some secret organization? But I'm sure it's too early in the video to say anything, so let's continue and see all of his evidence.
The moon landing debunkers say it was simply a pre-recorded footage.
Again I ask, who is this debunker? Name names.
Filmed by the famous American movie director Stanley Kubrick.
Now, again he makes allegations without any proof, and like any other flirt, investigation is not his forte. I initially thought that flirts would use this argument that Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing because he won the 1969 special effects for 2001 Space Odyssey. But I looked into it just a little further and I found something else. But I bet Mr. MultiT0mT0m makes accusations or claims, if you want to call them that, without even knowing why he's making those accusations and based on what. So, as far as I am aware, the whole conspiracy that Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing started with this. This is the poster. It says, in May 1999, an unknown filmmaker secured an interview with the reclusive genius Stanley Kubrick. There was one ground rule. The film would not be released until 15 years after the death of Kubrick. And this is the massive revelation.
That the moon landing was fake.
The unknown filmmaker was T. Patrick Murray. In this video shooting Kubrick, T. Patrick Murray claims this is Stanley Kubrick claiming he faked the moon landing. And who is T. Patrick Murray?
Nobody knows but Jesus.
On a more serious note, T. Patrick Murray is a director, a writer, a producer, an editor, cinematographer, and actor. No, this is not about him. This video is not about him, okay? I know the similarities are there, but it's not about him. Let's move on. And on this list of filmography, the shooting Kubrick does not show up anywhere. There is no doubt that he actually filmed it. But is it actually Kubrick he filmed? Before we address that, let's have a quick look at something. So the interview was secured by T. Patrick Murray in May 1999. But there's a problem with that. And what problem is it? Well, Stanley Kubrick died in March 7th, 1999. 2 months before the interview was secured. So either he was faking it or he was talking to the dead. Which one do you think is more likely? There are other telltales. On the left, Stanley Kubrick. This image is from his 1997 acceptance video. On the right, the man on the video claiming to be Stanley Kubrick. Notice any difference? I can point a few. Look at the bags under his eyes on the left image. Notice something? It's missing on the right-hand side. Allegedly, this image is older.
Allegedly!
So, the bags would be there still, or even more pronounced. In this other image on the right, you can even see the bags are not there, so it's even more clear on this one. Have you noticed something else? No? Let me show you. Let's zoom in a little bit on the image from his acceptance speech. Tell me one thing, where's this facial feature on the right? There. It's not there, is it? Some people might say, oh, it was just that one shot, that one image. But look at these. One picture after another, it always shows the same facial feature. With that in mind, can you honestly say that these two are the same person? I would say no. Despite all this evidence and more, moon landing deniers and flat earthers still say Stanley Kubrick is the man that said, "I faked the moon landing." It's wrong. The video is a fake. But moving on. He presented absolutely no evidence of his claims and just moved on to the next claim.
Then on 20th November 1998, they launched into orbit the components required for the International Space Station.
And as to be expected, no information, no content, no substance. Let me help you. On 20th November 1998, the first module of the ISS, also known as the International Space Station, was launched from Kazakhstan on a Proton rocket. The purpose of the Zarya module, also called Functional Cargo Block, was to provide power, storage, propulsion, and guidance during the assembly of the ISS. And this is how you do it. You don't say, they launched in orbit the components required for the International Space Station. You Google for 5 minutes and you find the information and you give it.
However, keen-eyed observers and skeptics have noticed strange anomalies within and surrounding the ISS.
Let me guess, you've got no evidence of your claims and you're not going to show anything resembling evidence.
For example, they have found strange green screen and chroma key anomalies within the ISS.
Show me, show us.
And the footage of the ISS orbiting around the Earth is poor CGI, to say the least.
Do you mean poor CGI? Like this? You can claim all you want that it's CGI footage, but until you can prove it, you don't have a leg to stand on. You want to claim something, get the evidence, present it, and we'll talk. Now we have a funny bit.
This is the current President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. On 20th July 2019, it will be the 50th anniversary of the moon landing.
Ah, you're gonna make me do math?
Come on, do math.
Okay, I'll do it. So, 2019 minus 1969 equals 50. Okay, that's right. Let's move on.
And I believe President Trump will announce on that day that the moon landing and the whole space program has been faked by NASA.
Well, are you ready? This one's gonna be a kicker. Today is the 31st of July 2019, and no such announcement has been made.
He will also say that NASA was created to tackle the Soviet Union's growing space domination in the 1950s and 60s.
Nope, he said nothing of the sorts.
Now, the point of this video is for all NASA fanboys to prepare for what is coming.
Now, I'm pretty sure that those two drawings do not represent NASA. This is Captain Kirk, Spock, and Sulu from Star Trek. Do you see the badges? Star Trek, not NASA. After this, he goes on saying some quote-unquote comforting words to NASA fanboys. But instead of playing that, I'm gonna turn the game around and use his words against him. I like to do that, you know. So, since today is the 31st of July 2019, Donald Trump has made no announcement about the moon landing being fake or anything like that, I say to you,
So please do not panic. Remain calm and collect your thoughts and ponder. There is no shame in crying. In fact, they say crying is good for the soul.
and after saying all this, I just have one recommendation for you, MultiT0mT0m,
Please do seek help.
because you need it. You need it really, really bad. Now, before we finish, I'm going to show you just a small clip of another of his videos where we can see his research abilities. According to his description and title, this is a flat earth poster found in Bristol, and he says, flat earth banner found at the storage depot in Bristol. Flat earthers are everywhere. So what did I do? I looked at that website and I went and saw what the page was about. So here we are, and just for the fun of it, let's read it together, shall we? A complete one-stop shop for design and construction. In-house manufacturing allows us to control and produce the very best results. Years of experience has given us a great insight into materials, methods, managing, and above all, attention to detail. Projects range from conferences, exhibitions, fashion shows, corporate parties and events, theater, bespoke, film, and TV. So absolutely nothing to do with flat earth except in name. So the guy saw flat earth and he thought, yay, flat earth. Well, not exactly, is it? Oh, and when you click on geographical, this is what you get. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Are you still not one of the cool people? Come on, get a t-shirt, send me your picture, and I'll feature it in my next video. Who is going to be the next one? The link to my store is in the description. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and follow me on Twitter.